Now let me first start by saying that I was skeptical of the beauty of Joeson Relief Sun Rice Plus Probiotics SPF 50. Okay, so let me tell you everything about this that you need to know, because you guys are probably wondering whether you should buy this or not. You clicked on this video, you're like, do I need this in my life? Okay, so first of all, this is about 14 bucks. It's made in Korea. It has 50 milliliters of product. So usually I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath because it's hot here and I went to go get my phone because I needed to read the claims. Oh my God. I can't believe how out of breath I am. It's insane. Okay, enough. So this is supposed to be really lightweight and really creamy, not too runny, not too thick. It does not leave an overly white cast on the face. At first it does, for sure. I will warn you. First you're gonna get a little bit of white, but you do have to kind of rub it in. I love wearing this underneath my makeup because it gives me a really fresh, dewy base. If you are the type of girl that wants something matte, this is not gonna be for you. But if you want something that is fresh, dewy, and really gives you radiance, then this is gonna be perfect. I put my Chanel Le Beige, you know that foundation with the beads inside? I put that on top of this. That already in itself is a dewy foundation. You add this to the mix and it is a match made in heaven. It's not gonna be sticky, but it is gonna be moist and moisturizing throughout the day, and it gets more and more moist throughout the day. Oh, and you wanna hear something crazy? This actually blocks blue light as well. So if you're on your screen all the time, even in the winter, you're gonna wanna use this. So the rice and grain fermented extracts are rich in vitamins B, C, and E, so it's gonna nourish your skin, it's gonna make your skin nice and healthy and strong, and it's gonna protect you from UVA and UVB rays. It's got amino acids, it's got minerals, it's gonna moisturize, it's gonna protect, and it's gonna calm the skin. See? Calm. Calm as a whistle. Vegan, cruelty-free, need I say more, fragrance-free and essential oil-free. And you can put this on before and after makeup. The reason that it's called Rice Probiotics is because it contains 30% rice extract, which is supposed to be very soothing for the skin and helps nourish the skin and the hair. If you've ever heard of like a rice water rinse for your hair, this is gonna give you that same effect. Nourishing, very protein heavy. Is that true? I actually just said protein, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't listen to that. So does this stuff work? Yes, this stuff works. I mean, really, to test a sunscreen, you'd have to see it over a long period of time to see if you're getting wrinkles and whatever. But I can tell you this, I'm not getting burnt. I am never getting burnt. I put this on my face, and usually I get burnt like right here, and that is not happening at all with this sunscreen. And I put it down the neck and on my shoulders, and I'm getting really, really good use out of it. My skin loves it. The only thing that I will say is, do you guys see this little pimple right here? That is because of this. But to its credit, I think I slept with it. Like, I did not wash my face properly, or I forgot that I was wearing sunscreen. I slept and I woke up and I was like, okay, yeah, here we are. I would say just like any sunscreen, like it's gonna clog your pores if you leave it on for too long, so just keep that in mind, especially if you are acne prone. But what I will say, the Super Goop, you know the Super Goop sunscreen that everyone is obsessed with? That stuff broke me out, and it's supposed to be non-irritating and doesn't clog the pores, but it broke me out like this immediately on the chin and the forehead, and I do not have sensitive skin. So I was a little bit skeptical about this because I wasn't sure if this was gonna also break me out, but this does not break you out. Okay, so if you have sensitive skin, you're gonna be good with this, just don't sleep in it. It gives you a natural glow, it applies really nicely with makeup, it's comfortable on the skin, you kind of forget you're wearing it. Now, you want to hear cons because we sung all the praises. Now let's talk about cons because there are some cons. If you're the type of person that doesn't like an overly glowy look, I myself, I cannot get enough. But if you are sensitive to that, you are going to see a little bit of buildup around the nose over time, especially throughout the day. At around like 5, 6, you'll be like, ooh, I got a blot. So that's one thing to be aware of. Another thing, there's really not that much product in here, guys. This is like 15 bucks. You can get maybe double the amount of product if you walk into a CVS or an Ulta or something like that. This is a little bit pricey, a little bit on the pricey end. But guys, I am obsessed with this packaging. I just think it's so chic because it has this like big plastic kind of lid and this beautiful like neutral toned packaging. The typeface is gorgeous. I mean, I'm a bit of a design nerd, so I just really see this and I'm like, wow, this is beautiful, elegant, elevated, and product is amazing. So one thing that I want to say that I love so much about this is that you can apply even a lot to your face, like a lot, and then put makeup on, and you're not going to get anything flaking or clumping or crusty or falling off. I have had that with other sunscreens in the past where you get like pilly and it's like not a good look. This does not do that. So I'm gonna apply this to my face right now so you can see it in action. I wanna show you what I mean about the white cast especially. So as you can see, guys, this is a pretty, kind of like a creamy formula, but it does not have a sunscreen smell. So if you're sensitive to that, this does not have that. I personally like a sunscreen smell because it reminds me of the summer and reminds me of my ute. But yeah, guys, so this is gonna come on kind of like a moisturizer. And as you can see, it is taking a little bit of time for me to just like rub that all in to get rid of that white cast. But over time you're gonna see, let me just crouch down a bit, over time you're gonna see that it is kind of fading into the skin. See, it's still kind of white. You gotta rub that in. We wanna avoid skin cancer, we wanna avoid hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, skin cancer. Did I mention skin cancer? We want to avoid it. If you are sensitive to sunscreen hitting your eyes and you're like tearing and your mascara is running, this is not gonna irritate you at all. That was one of my biggest things. That's actually one of my sister's biggest things. She's always like, oh, there's sunscreen in my eyes. She just has sensitive skin around the area and her eyes just kind of start watering. But I'm gonna definitely recommend this to her because this stuff is so sensitive on the eyes. This is what it looks like all rubbed in. You can see the white cast is gone and I'm just looking glowy and fresh and clean and I'm protected. Now the one thing that I will say is I was confused because there's like a stick of this and then there's the gel of this. So let me tell you about the difference in case you're not sure which one to get. I cannot believe this. Hold on 1 second. What the hell is going on? Okay. In my yard, there is this plant and I'm like, what is this? Is this a weed? And I kind of smelled it and it smelled delicious. It smelled like eucalyptus or something. And I'm like, oh, and I took a picture with Google Lens and it was like, this is a mugwort. And I'm like, mugwort, okay, I have a mugwort in my backyard. Lo and behold, this sunscreen stick is mugwort camellia. It has mugwort and camellia in it. And I'm like, synchronicity, you know, synchronicity. God's telling me, the universe is telling me that everything is right where it should be. This is your sign too if you're watching. You're good, you're in alignment, you're in your spiritual path. Anyways, let's continue. So the difference is that this is gonna have 18 grams, right? So it's gonna be a little bit less, well, quite a bit less product because this has, math. Anyways, it's less product. This is more product. So this is gonna be SPF 50. The stick is gonna have same amount of SPF 50. It's just gonna have a bit different ingredients and it's going to be matte. So it's gonna be for anyone that has really oily skin. And like I said, if you are the type that's like, no, like, don't give me more oil on my face, go for the matte stick one. If you are the type that loves a glowy look like me, maybe you already have dry skin, and then go for this one. You might just prefer a liquid versus a balm, and that's, you know, you do you, boo. But for me, I'm just like, I want oily, I want the shine, give it to me. It works. It doesn't smell like anything. It's non-irritating. It's not gonna break you out right away unless you leave it on overnight. It's cute. It looks cute in the tube, and yeah. You know, I was having a really hard time finding the sunscreen that did not break me out. This is the one. So I was using Supergoop. I was using Neutrogena. Actually, the Neutrogena one is really good. This one I would say is comparable to the Neutrogena one. And it's aesthetic. But I just feel so good when I pop this in my purse. I'm just like, ooh, I'm cute. I'm not like pulling out an ugly Neutrogena, like blue and yellow bottle. Like I just want to like romanticize my life, and this is giving that. All right, guys, so should you get this? Yeah, you should. If you have a little bit of extra coin to spend and you just want like a little step up from your basic drugstore one, something that's gonna make you feel cute when you're reaching for it, something that is going to actually protect you and not break you out, this is gonna be perfect for you. Should you get it if you have oily skin? I think it's a gamble, honestly. I think you might get really oily really fast, so go with the matte stick, because that one's gonna be made for you. But other than that, guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.